Well, it's certainly nail-biting time here for Senor, the scorer of the goal that brought Spain back into the game. First penalty for Spain against the very experienced Jean-Marie Pfaff. Very cool.
Good little tuck, that one. Did a little shimmy, didn't he? But just before he took it, as if he's trying to throw the keeper, and he's done it brilliantly.
Well, what is the thing to do? Blast them or place them? What would you do?
If you can guarantee placing them like that, place them. But I would agree with Kevin with this. I think if you're in any doubt, put the ball down. Don't look again. Just look at the back of the ball and hit it as hard as you can.
Well, he did it well enough here. Kept very cool. The first one for Belgium is Nico Klaassen. He's the only genuine penalty taker in the Belgian lineup at the moment. Takes him for club and country against Zubizarreta.
Well, you watch the goalkeeper's action on this. He's nearly finished up past the penalty kicker. I've got a little bit of a theory in a penalty shootout that if the keeper stands still, as sure as anything, one or two are going to go straight at him. And that might just be enough in the course of a competition to keep his team or win his team a place in the next round. Be interesting to see how many penalties go in the centre of the goal.
And now the youngest player for Spain, Eloy, 21 years of age, only came into the side at the beginning of this championship. Pfaff walks by him. I wonder if he's saying anything.
Not only was he saying anything, he was deliberately delaying it. A little bit of gamesmanship going on there, Phil, to try and put the kid off.
He's saved it. Young Eloy denied by the highly experienced Pfaff.
He must have moved about 10 minutes beforehand if you look at this, doesn't he? They never ever make them take it again, do they, in this situation, Jerry? That always surprises me.
They'd probably have a right if they did make them take it again, but you're right, it was clearly the goalkeeper moving before the kick was taken.
But there you see, if it's just if the kid goes for, if anybody goes for a placement and the keeper's going the right way, he's always got a chance.
Now, Enzo Schifo for Belgium. Another 20-year-old, but this is one with a good bit more experience. And Spain have already failed once. Well, I don't think he placed that, but it was well done.
I mean, the keeper's virtually surrendering. I'm surprised, actually, because I would have thought Zubizarreta, you watch him here, he's virtually surrendered, hasn't he? And that's not gone far off centre, actually.
And that makes it 2-1. Now it's Chendo. He again has very little international experience. Only one cap before he came here. Again, Jean-Marie Pfaff walking by him, looking at the spot, saying a few things. I know one or two of the Spanish words that he knows, but I daren't say them. Pfaff against Chendo. Good kick.
That was a great penalty. That was a great penalty. It must have been a bit off-putting watching Pfaff there. He did a little dance on the line virtually.
So it's interesting that the youngsters are largely being given the responsibility. He wasn't far off getting a hand anywhere near it, though, was he?
No, went the right way, did well, good leap. I'd like to see Zubizarreta take on a bit more responsibility. I can't. He's just coming forward. He just takes a run forward.
So now it's Bros, 34-year-old for Belgium. Well, that's very cool. He's now an old head under pressure from the crowd and the situation. And Belgium haven't missed one, and Spain have missed one. So it's 3-2 at the moment with a couple more to go.
I can't help thinking the keeper, that's a super little tuck, but I can't help thinking the keeper's helping him an awful lot. They're taking long run-ups, the Belgian kickers, and they can virtually see which way the keeper's gone before they crack them.
Well, remember, Anthony Zubizarreta is 24 years of age, He's got a very good record, but nothing like the record of this fella, Jean-Marie Pfaff, 32, Bayern Munich. He's been around Europe. He's seen a lot, seen almost as much as Munoz, the Spanish manager. Now, the vulture. Butragueno, El Buitre. A play on words, but I wonder if he's feeling like a vulture at this stage. I just think he's very, very nervous, and Pfaff very quick to make him even more nervous. Emilio Butragueno. Ooh. A funny old high knee run-up.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's got the result right, but I don't like it when they go that high in the net sometimes.
So that makes it 3-3, but of course the Belgians have got another one to make it level. They're adding the goals on, I think, the gentleman here keeping the scoreboard.
It's virtually every penalty's gone in the same corner as well, isn't it? Apart from the one that went straight at the keeper.
Patrick Vervoort is another youngster. Patrick Vervoort against Zubizarreta, 21 years of age. Would you be in this position with the crowd against you? Great goal. And that makes it 4-3. That one driven straight. The goalkeeper goes the other way.
He surrendered again. To be fair, if he'd have stood still, I think he might have saved at least two of them. Certainly to save that one if he hadn't died.
Well, they're pretty cheerful now, the Belgians, because they know that if Spain miss this penalty and Jean-Marie Pfaff can get a hand to it, they're into their first semi-final ever in the World Cup finals. And the old hand, Victor Munoz, 29 years of age, of Barcelona, the club who've been through this horrible situation before in the European Cup final, comes up with a huge responsibility.
Scoreboard's already showing Belgium 5 and Spain 4.
Well, they're adding the goals on it, which isn't right. Spain have got to get this one. And they have. So they've had the first series of 5. Victor bangs one in quite confidently. But as he retires and Zubizarreta comes up to the firing line, it's Van der Elst with a chance of putting his country into the semi-final. They haven't missed one yet. Tremendous responsibility. He's got it! There it is! And Belgium have won. The relief, the delight, it seemed to have been snatched away from them. And did he surrender again?
I think he has. I mean, that's 3 of them have gone straight down the middle. The full marks to Belgium. They've shown the courage again, the character again, to come back from the dead, and who knows what they might do against Argentina.
Well, we don't quite agree with that score. It was 1-1 after the 90 minutes and the extra time, but Belgium have won here by 5 penalties to 4. They now will meet Argentina in the semi-final on Wednesday. That's the dramatic story from Puebla.